I want to ask, again, the 7 stages,
Oh, yeah.
and then I'm going to do the commercial.
Okay, so the 7 stages of business ownership. Actually, I came across these because I was coaching a whole bunch of folks in my YBL group. And it was interesting because I'd be coaching some one-on-one, and then I started doing this group coaching. And when I do a group coaching, everybody would go do the things that I'd said, but some of them would fail and some of them would succeed. And it was so, obviously it was a success for me because I learned. I was like, oh my God, you can't solve the same damn problem at a different stage.
Mhm.
And even though that may sound obvious, and I thought it was obvious, it's not obvious to people. You need to solve the problems for the stage you're in. And so I said, okay, well, I got to go and figure out the stages. Then I got to go figure out the problems. And then I got to isolate these groups out and make sure that I have groups with the right people in the right stages so that I'm not, because most business coaches can't coach to all stages.
Right.
They haven't been to all stages. Some of them are probably 19-year-olds that have never been to any stages. And so, what is stage 1? Frankly, you're a non-start. You're a wantrepreneur. You're not even a real entrepreneur yet. You have not taken the risk, made the leap. You have a mindset issue. This is the biggest problem you have to solve. You're still waiting for the perfect time or some other bullshit. It ain't going to come.
Mhm.
There is no perfect time and there is no imperfect time. I prefer to start things in recessions. I started my real estate brokerage. I got licensed in December of 2007. And when everybody said I was going to get rich, there were 5,000 realtors in the market. Now, past at that point, by December of 2008, if you wanted a realtor, you'd be like, waiter, or can I get a lap dance and can we talk? That was, it went from 5,000 to 1,100, 80% decline?
Yeah.
And I loved it because the deals didn't go down by 80%.
No.
Deals went down by 20%, 25 maybe? And the people in there went down by 80. God, it cleaned up the mess.
Mhm.
So one is the mindset people. Get over it. Figure out what you need, what book, what seminar, what person, what coach, what mentor, and go invest in it. Because if you're not spending money on that, you cannot succeed. You either have to spend money or time or something, but do something, get the mindset. Number 2, the startup phase. Why do most startups, and not most, half of startups fail? But half is too big of a number, right?
Mhm.
Well, the startup normally comes because they haven't figured out the litmus test, okay? Oh, okay, so, I need a path to profitability, I need this, and they've got the purpose one down, but they don't realize it's their purpose, and there's nothing wrong with it being their purpose, but they better find out who their damn customer is
Mhm.
and what their product needs to be for that customer. You want to have any customer on earth, find out what that customer wants,
Right.
go get it and give that to them. So they need to find out what they're going to go give to that customer to make their product offering exactly what solves the pain point for the customer. Like what is a sale? It's a fucking solution to a problem. It's really easy. A sale is a solution to a problem. So if you have a problem and I know exactly what the fucking problem is in your specific niche, then I can come say, hey, Steve, I got this shit right here. And you're going to run to me.
Mhm.
Okay. And so stage 2, that second stage, the startup stage, it's the reason you put custom in the word customer is you have to customize your shit to your customer. Okay. Stage 3, okay, you found a customer or 2 customers or 3 customers who are your ideal clients. But unfortunately, you're so in this process of finding new customers, you're going to keep doing that exceptional energy shit. And you've graduated to this stage of operational entrepreneur, which I also call slave labor. Okay. It's just slave labor because you've got a business, you've got some customers, you're making money, you're probably not keeping very much of the bottom line, but you're moving and you're in business and you're stable. So now we need to build a team and start becoming optimized. So you need to go into the optimization steps here. Don't worry about the optimization steps till before this. Go
Right.
sell the right product, find the right customer, get out of your mindset issues, all that shit for step 1 and 2, and get into operational entrepreneur. And now you start hiring that second person. Learn how to train people, learn how to influence people, learn how to sell using a story, learn how to get the right software, start figuring out some of your financials, this, that, and the other. Your next step there is entrepreneur. Entrepreneur is a problem step because you're doing all the same shit that you did in operational entrepreneur.
Mhm.
Only now you got all these new people and all these new softwares and all these new things and they all cost money and your revenue hasn't changed that much. And you better learn the art of scaling.
Mhm.
Because if you don't know the art of scaling, this is the new problem. You never get to the next level. And so you see how every level kind of has these steps that you just got to go master. And when people want to scale there, I'm going to scale everything. No, you're not. Okay. Literally to get into entrepreneur, what you did, even though you didn't realize it, was you just scaled capacity.
Mm-hmm.
You scaled your capacity. So now you must scale your sales. Once you've scaled your sales, now you must scale your brand. Once you've scaled your brand, now you must scale your margins, meaning raise the fucking price.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Once you've scaled your brand and your margins, scale capacity again. Guess what? Welcome to a new stage. It's called operational megapreneur. It's where the fucking home flipper becomes the home builder. Yeah, I did 30 units. Now I'm doing 200. Great. Whatever. Operational entrepreneur continues doing this and continues doing this and then eventually gets too big and has to do another thing. They have to start doing, it's similar, but it's not the same because you're hiring a different professional now. You keep scaling and scaling with the regular people to grow, and then you find all the leaks and you're like, fuck, man, I need professional management. I need a leadership team. I need to go get that COO. I can't be doing the books with a bookkeeper anymore. There's a lot of leaks. These people are stealing this way. There's so many ways to steal, right?
Yes.
And so now you're getting that COO, your CFO, your CEO, and this is, and please, I hope every one of your listeners hears this, not at 10 employees. If you have 10 employees, CEO is Chief Executive Officer. The other 9 are not executives.
Mm-hmm.
Do not have a fucking CEO at 10. So at Operational Megapreneur, once you've hired and well-aligned and trained and fully optimized your high-level leadership team, now you're at a new phase called Megapreneur. But at Megapreneur, you start having this new problem. Shit! Everything's going well. You're making millions or tens of millions of dollars. You're rich. Only you find out that in the last several stages, there was this magical thing called expenses, which was the best tax write-off you've ever had. And growth solves for taxation.
Mm-hmm.
And you've optimized, probably hit your market cap where you're going to get to, okay? At least in that market, because there's a law of diminishing returns. Like I can probably go build 350 homes a year in El Paso. I cannot build 3,500.
Right.
Because there's not that many homes built there every year, you know? Like, so if I want to go to 600, it's going to cost me so much more to go from 350 to 600 than it did from 0 to 350. And that's in every market. So if you want to scale more, you can go to more markets. You can do this. That's fine. But once you're at Megapreneur, you have this new problem, and it's called the U.S. government. And they love you because you are giving them half of your shit,
mm-hmm.
and they are regulating the hell out of you. It's like having a wife that comes in and tells you all the stuff that's wrong with you and never puts out. You should probably divorce that woman. And you can't because you got to live here. So then you're like, oh, God, there's another stage. And this is where you hear all those people saying, oh, the rich don't pay their fair share in taxes. Well, that's true. Because of the tax code.
Mm-hmm.
And then you start learning how the tax code works and how politics works and how really rich people, not you at this level, because you can at this level still do that if you want, but I'm talking the billionaires that have hit this level and then kept going still. Why do you think they make campaign contributions? They're not doing that because they like the people. They're doing that because those people are going to do shit that they want them to do.
And call favors.
Yes. And then what are those people going to do? They're going to put complex things in the tax code and say, oh, you know what? We do need a little more housing. Oh, you know what? All of these, what's that called? That rent control crap that has really incentivized people to let buildings get dilapidated all over the world in all these liberal areas. Like that's kind of gone bad. What if we gave people a tax break for buying these buildings and rehabbing them and making them rentals again?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so if I put my money there that I already have, that I've already made, or the cash flow that I have this year,
mm-hmm.
and I still live under or within or beneath my means, I don't have to give you half my shit anymore. And you do this for a year or 2 or 3, and then you have enough capital to keep redoing it forever, and you don't have to keep paying taxes because you're investing in the shit the government wants you to invest in,
mm-hmm.
and you're helping them. But you know what you shouldn't do? Don't do that at this stage. Don't buy the airplane here. Mm-hmm. It's do the right thing in the right stage. Most entrepreneurs are doing the right thing in the wrong stage. And we do the right thing in the right stage, and they solve the problems aligned to that stage. And there's more, but we don't have 8 hours.
I think it's fascinating because a lot of what you're talking about here is very much to like you're building your first few businesses.
Yeah.
It was like, okay, here's this problem right now. Let's fix this problem. Oh, we can make a company to solve this problem.
Yeah.
Oh, we've got this new problem. Okay, here's how we fix this problem. So it was a steady growth versus it's like, hey, let's fix everything all at once, which means we fix absolutely nothing.
Well,
So I
and
want
then
to go.
start new businesses too. Like find a problem and start a new business. Once you've automated something, do you know what happens when a man retires? He dies in 2 years. Like I'm 40, I'm not ready.
I would say they go crazy.
Yeah, they either go crazy or die in 2 years. Insurance companies can corroborate that data. So start another one. Like if you've automated all these, have another kid. Like not literally, I mean, unless you and your wife want, but like a business child, right?
Yeah.
Last year, I got annoyed with pool servicers. So this year, I now have a new baby company. We've got about 100 pools. I don't know exactly where we're at, but I have a baby company. I probably put 100 grand in, and I partnered with the best pool manufacturer in town, and we went out and we started servicing everybody's pools, and I got mine done, and we built a new company. And so I got to repeat
Well, so
all
there's
of the phases.
two things here. There's someone in town I know who retired, right? He got comfortable. Everything was good. So he was able to retire.
Mm-hmm.
He immediately developed a drinking problem and a gambling problem.
Mm-hmm.
Got divorced, right? So that was not a good solution. So he went back into business and everything's okay again. Where was I going to go with the second thing? Second thing is, for me, what you're talking about here is that's what's exciting to me, right? Because I'm a serial entrepreneur, shiny
Yeah.
object syndrome. Like once we learn sales, once we learn marketing, we learn culture, we learn optimization, we learn finances, we've learned a lot of the key pieces where we can just rinse and repeat.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm most excited about. So I want to go back to